Hello, hello, everybody. How are you today? It is Saturday. It's the weekend for a lot of people. Unfortunately, some people have to work, but um, I'm sorry. I hope this just gives you a little bit of a smile before you go into work, or if you're lurking while you're working. I love saying that, lurking while working. I'm sorry. I stayed up late last night and played a little game of the game of life with Mark D with a C while I guess Epic was being a little finicky, shall we say. So I say good morning to everyone, and I'm going to say hello to the chat real quick, those that are here. First off, DadmanWalking55. Hello, Dadman. And then we have just another red shirt. I'm so glad you're here. This is your first time uh, at the show, and I'm so glad you're here. I do this show. I started this show because I wanted to have in the morning just a show that was positive, that dwell didn't deal with any of the stuff that's going on. That we just have an hour, a little bit more of just positivity, actually. I mean, to me, that's the perfect word. So I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for coming to the show this morning. And then we have Angry Canadian. Hello, Angry Canadian. I'm so glad you're here. And you know that I don't know why you reminded me, but I need to go over to my YouTube channel, and I need to show myself some, I call it some self-love, and like the channel, and I need to share it real quick on Twitter so that people know that we are live. So let's do this little bit of housework here real quick. So I got that posted. So we are live. Let's move that over here. Let's make sure Twitch is doing its thing. I have 38 followers on Twitch and one viewer, which is me. I'm watching myself over there. Hello, me. So got to have all that done. Well, I'm I'm always trying to think of something to kind of ramble about a little bit before I actually start the show, just to give some people a chance to warm up their coffee and sit down and um, kind of, you know, let people slowly uh, join the show. Um, the building streams have been fun. I have really, really enjoyed them. I actually, excuse me, I was using my camera for one of my video sources as the overhead cam, and it just started getting real finicky, and the speaker wouldn't turn all the way off, so you'd hear this echo, and it was very slight, but it just annoyed me, and I'm sure it bothered you guys out there. So I went and I went on to my favorite site, Amazon, the I call them the ruler of the world, and I bought just a little inexpensive another webcam, and I was going to see about doing them both on StreamYards because it said they could do two cameras, but then you have to buy the business plan, which is $25 more than what we're spending now, and it's like, oh, that's a lot. So I had this old laptop, or tablet thing, whatever. It's not a full size laptop. And I said, well, let's see if this works. And so I turned it on, and oh my gosh, it hadn't been turned on forever. So, you know, have you do all those updates and everything. So finally got it where it was working. And so it works. So I will be able to use actually two webcams and hopefully won't have an echo the next building stream that I do. So I'm excited about that. And I and I took and I for these shows I make all these slides and so I've actually had to make a planning sheet so I don't forget little things like I don't know supper for the family and stuff like that. So it's been kind of fun and interesting, and it's a learning curve. Uh, I'm getting there, but it's been really really fun. Uh, Oops, I'm sorry. I was just checking chat out here real quick. We have it's been really fun, and I'm just looking forward to see where this journey takes me. And we have another guest here. Good morning, Masters. Well, I got the new cam and it's working pretty good. I'm looking forward to doing a stream with it. So if I don't get one done a stream today, I will definitely do a building stream, an impromptu one tomorrow at some time. So yes, I'm excited. I think it's going to work really well. Just hope that the little laptop that it's on, that little laptop just keeps keeps working. It's helps us me so much in silly silly little things. So uh, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. Uh, I I want to work on my lighting a little bit. I like to get my area a little bit more conducive to working. I have to move a lot of stuff around when I work right here by my computer, but that's okay. It's fun. It's fun to do. Like I say, it's a learning curve, and I improve every time I do something, I think. Um, but yeah, it's been fun. So yay. Um, it is now 7 minutes past the hour. It's 9:07 on the East Coast. We have a total of 6 people watching. We have 5 watching on YouTube. We have 58 subscribers. We have 4 likes. And on Twitch, we have 1 viewer, which is me. Hello, me. And we have 38 followers. My goal is to get, uh, well, I have to say, because Masters is here, my goal is to get 50 followers by Monday. But my expectation, I really would like to get to and have 40 followers. That's my mini goal. My big goal is 50 followers by uh, Monday. So I could be like the little engine. I know I can. I know I can. So yes, very, very exciting. I appreciate all the followers that I have and the subscribers. It's greatly greatly appreciated. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I've actually gone over and watched some of the uh, channels of the people that have followed me, and it's very very interesting. They're speaking in German, so I'm not sure what they're saying, but it's really fun watching them play. I can kind of figure out through the play what they're saying, but it's been very, very interesting and, quite enjoyable, actually. So, yes, I appreciate all of them, and I try to go over and watch them and give them some watch hours on their side of the channel. So, yeah, I was talking that I have gotten busy with this streaming. It's kind of because I'm not a perfectionist, but because I like to, Dad man would disagree about that. But I like I like things to look pretty. So if you notice all the slides and everything that I use, they've got the backgrounds and all that stuff. I just don't pull them off and toss them on the screen because I just want it all to look pretty. And that all takes time, and I've got to make sure I get it done and all that. So I've actually made a planning sheet that I can mark when I've scheduled my tweets for the show and when I've done the slides for the shows and the slides that I have to do for Dad Man. I've got them on my list and the shows Dad Man's on because we have to share StreamYards right now. Um, if he's streaming, excuse me, if he's doing a talk show, a podcast, an interview, whatever, we use the same StreamYards. So we have to, I have to schedule where we have to schedule each other where we're not uh, bumping into each other, so to speak. So yes, so I have my little schedule, and we actually have three streamers in our household. We have our youngest Ang, who is a Twitch streamer, and then Dad Man and me. So we we just have to make sure we don't bump into each other on our shows. Uh, it's fun. It's exciting. I'm thinking of making little on-air signs that we can stick outside uh, our uh, studios. Oh, doesn't that sound so fun? Um, where our computers are so that we know when each other is streaming. I think that would be kind of fun. So, well, it is 12 minutes past the hour, so I think it's about time to celebrate some birthdays. What do you guys think? I thought so. I was trying to think of a poll, and I can't think of a poll today. So, that's another thing I probably need to put on there is what will today's poll be? I was very shocked at yesterday's poll. Oh, I know one. What is your typical Saturday breakfast? Is it nothing? I am sleeping in. Is it uh, cereal? Is it eggs, bacon, the works? Or is it a fast food biscuit? Fast food meal biscuit. So here's our poll. Um, it is, what is your typical Saturday breakfast? Nothing. I am sleeping in. Cereal or oatmeal, eggs, bacon, the works. You know, like a just a big regular breakfast, or like a fast food meal, which like you go and you pick up a biscuit or hash browns or things like that. So that is our uh, poll for today. Yes, we should become Dad Man Fam Incorporated. That would be so fun. Absolutely. So we have a poll there. Um, vote, vote. As Dad would say, vote early, vote often. No, vote, and let's see where that takes us. All right, so now we're going to celebrate birthdays today. So say happy birthday. It's November 18th. It's a Saturday. So let's see whose birthdays are today. Our first birthday is Owen Wilson. and he's a movie actor, and he's 54 years old, and he is a Texan. He is a comedic actor. He starred in Zoolander, Marley and Me, Wedding Crashers, Meet the Parents, Night at the Museum. He's also co-wrote the films Rushmore, Royal Tenenbaums, and Bottle Rocket. But the show I like him in is Shanghai Noon and Shanghai Nights with Jackie Chan because I like Jackie Chan. He actually went to the New Mexico Military Institute and pursued an English degree at the University of Texas. So Owen Wilson, 54 years old today. Happy birthday, Owen. And then we have our next contestant is Kirk Hammett. He is 60 years old. He's a guitarist, and he was born in California. He was the lead guitarist for the heavy metal band Metallica. The group is known for their self-titled album, which has also been called the Black Album. A little bit of trivia is that he worked at Burger King to make enough money to buy a Marshall amplifier, and he formed his first band in 1980 when he was 18 years old. The Royal Tenenbaums is actually a great movie. It is a society study of the United States. I can only recommend it. It lasts 4 hours, but it's worth it. Well, I have that movie. So will admit I have not watched it, but I do own it. For those that you don't know, I collect movies. I collect physical media. I get them at thrift stores, discount marts, anything like that. I don't spend a ton of money on them, uh, but I just fear that with the digital, the way the society is becoming digital and everything, and where you can buy a digital media, a movie, and the what you watch one time, if they don't like something in it, they can change it, and then when you watch it again, it's different. And so I buy physical media so that it doesn't change. I buy good stuff, I buy bad stuff. I really think it's important that we preserve what was the intent of the creator. So, yes, I have a lot of movies, and some of them I haven't seen, and The Royal Tenenbaums is one of them. So, I will I will take that recommendation and I will watch it soon. So, yes. And Master says, I am in physical media as well. Even when it comes to the Switch, I don't buy any full digital product. Exactly. A lot of people don't understand when you buy a digital product, um, they can pull it anytime. You don't actually, you don't act, it's hard to say. You own it, but you don't actually own it. You own the rights to watch it, is the way I look at it. That might not be the legal thing, but that's how I feel. When you buy something that's digital, you own the rights to watch it. I have a I have digital games. I have digital games on Steam, and I have digital games on Epic. A lot of them I have did not pay for. I got them through promotions and things, but I get them with the understanding that if Steam stops working and they go away, all that stuff I don't have anymore. And I understand that. Um, and some people don't. They don't understand that. Oh yes, hello, hungry. I have sub I have subjected everyone to Owen Wilson. I like I I like Owen Wilson. And today's his birthday, for goodness sakes. Yes. Oh goodness. Okay. So our next birthday is David Ortiz. He's a baseball player. I'm trying to really have an eclectic mix of birthdays, and sometimes it's hard because I don't know a lot of the sports people, and so I kind of look at them and I read what they're about, and I go, oh, that's kind of cool. So I will um so I'll use them. So we're going to have David Ortiz, who is 47 years old today. Um, and he is now I'm just going to read this. I got, I get all my birthday list from a website called famousbirthdays.com. And so I'm just going to kind of read what it says here. Boston Red Sox legend, nicknamed Big Papi, he was one of the most clutch hitters in a Major League Baseball history, and he retired as an all-time leader in home runs by a designated hitter. He helped the Red Sox win the World Series titles in 2004, 2007, and 2013. He initially assigned, before he became was a Red Sox, he had signed with the Seattle Mariners under the name of David Arias. But when he was traded to the Minnesota Twins in '96, he officially became known as David Ortiz. So, yes, let's see what we have here. The Mrs. has levied a truth grenade. And Dadman said Owen Wilson is one of the greatest horror film actors ever. And yes, Big Papi. Oh, damn it, Mark, at my bosom buddy. Owen bugs the bejesus out of me. Yes, he can be. I do agree with that. I know exactly what you mean. I know exactly what you mean, but I still enjoy him. And well, oh, good. That takes you back to your days as a Red Sox fan. Well, cool. I'm so see. It all worked very good that uh, it worked for who came in. Yay! And I can only be up this late for my Sonny and Cher. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's see. Owen is okay. He's not a great actor. He's not a horrible actor. He's just kind of, he's an actor. And then we have Damon Wayans Jr. He's 40 years old, born in New York City. He is a comedic actor. He played Brad Williams on the ABC's show Happy Endings and Ernie Coach Dagliabue on Fox's New Girl. In 2018, he began starring in Happy Together. He also provided his voice for the character Wasabi in the 24 Disney film Big Hero 6. And he had his first film role with his father, who was Damon Wayans Sr., in the 1994 film Blank Man at the age of 12. And we have Kurt Schilling lived in the next town over from me in, oh gosh, an abbreviation. Uh, what, Massachusetts? Maine? No. Let's see. What is the abbreviation? Oh, I do not know postal abbreviations. Oh, Massachusetts. I okay. I thought it was Massachusetts, but then I outthought myself. Um, uh, Mrs. Redshirt worked in a hardware store he shopped in. Oh, that's really cool. That's really cool. Oh, that's a cool story. Redshirt, Mr. Dadman says. Never realized you were up there. And hungry, I tried to promote this channel, Dagnabbit. It lowers the blood pressure due to the talent of the missus. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Well, it is almost 27 minutes past the hour now. We have 7 watching on YouTube. We have 5 likes. So if you're watching and you haven't liked, hit that like button for me. And I'm still over here watching Twitch by myself. I need to figure out how to promote Twitch better. I'm not sure how to do that. I'll get there. I'll get there. I have 38 followers on Twitch. I have 58 subscribers on YouTube, and we are doing good. The only thing I can't forgive Owen for is the horrid remake of The Haunting. And then Dadman says, "Oh, hungry. I'm sorry. I like that one." Oh no. Uh-oh, you're in trouble, Dadman. In trouble. And then our next birthday is Susan Sullivan. She's 80 years old. She was also a New Yorker. She was in Falcon Crest, the late night TV soap opera, and she played in Dharma and Greg. What I know her as is that she was Castle's mom in the Castle TV show. And she was a hoot. I really, really liked her in that. So Susan Sullivan is 80 years old today. And while she was in college, she worked as a Playboy bunny. A little fact there. Mrs. Sullivan, 80 years old today. And let's see. And Hungry is shocked and appalled that Dadman liked The Haunting. And Dadman, people who like Owen Wilson also bought tickets for the Marvels. I resemble that remark. LOL. Well, we never said we had great taste. We do have taste, but it does kind of all over the chart there. So our next one is you either love him or you hate him. Stephen Moffat, 61 years old, born in Paisley, Scotland. He's the co-creator of BBC's update of Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock, and he became the head writer and executive producer of Doctor Who in 2009. He was a high school English teacher, which he used as an inspiration for Chalk. Chalk was an example of his many sitcoms that drew on his personal life. So we need to watch the 63 version of The Haunting, and then we would change our mind. And Devin would be up for that. And it's no, our taste rocks. LOL. We hate the village. Yes. And so, since it's a positive show, we have to say we positively hate the village. There. So, let's wish Mr. Moffat a happy 61 years of life. And oh, he also wrote the 2007 drama series Jekyll. And I really like that series. I remember watching it, and which is an update of the Robert Louis Stevenson story, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was a very good one. Now our last one here is for Dadman. It's a sports one. It's Christian Kirk. He's 26 years old. He is born in Scottsdale, Arizona. He's a wide receiver who began his college football career with the Texas A&M Aggies in 2015. He was a first-team All-AC selection with the Aggies in 2016 and 2017. He now plays as a wide receiver for the NFL Jacksonville Jaguars. And he was a five-star receiver, wide receiver, and running back at Saguaro High School in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we have B from O. Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you. I have a poll on YouTube about what is your typical Saturday breakfast. Nothing. I'm sleeping. Cereal and oatmeal, eggs and bacon, or fast food meal like a biscuit. So far, eggs and bacon and a full breakfast is winning. And we have 6 votes already. Oh my goodness. Wow. So let's see. Let's pop that down. Dadman remembers he was at Texas A&M. So, oh, he's talking about the coach has been fired there, and he's been talking about that. A comparison of Five Nights against a Haunting. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we went and saw Five Nights. I really enjoyed it. I know when I put that in there, how will I answer with while I'm sleeping if I'm sleeping? I know as soon as I typed that in, I went, oh well. Generally, I thought, well, if they're sleeping, they're not watching the show, so how can they answer? I thought the exact same thing. So yes, sometimes, sometimes I don't even make sense. I just don't make sense. It is 9:33, 33 minutes past the hour. Um, and we have 8 people watching. We have 7 watching on YouTube, and we have 1 watching on Twitch, which is me. Hello, hello. We have 38 followers on Twitch. We still have 58 subscribers on YouTube. And oops, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. And our poll, we have 6 votes, so we'll see how that goes. Still, eggs and bacon is ahead. So you saw Five Nights at Freddy? Did you like it? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I've been watching with a friend of mine some playthroughs of the game, and oh my goodness gracious, it's a very intense game. I don't know if it was marketed for kids really, but it's got a lot of jump scares and oh my goodness. But and they're so scary looking. Did I like Vanessa in Five Nights? I don't remember names. Which one was Vanessa? I don't remember any names. I good with faces, but I don't remember names. Was she the little girl or the police officer? Let me look at a picture. Oh, the police officer? Um, I thought her character irritated me, and not wanting to. I know the show's been out a while, but just some of the stuff she did just irritated me. I don't um I don't know a lot of it either. I just kind of started um it's kind of started watching them, but the it looks like the games actually have worked up to the movie. So yes. Once sitting here donating plasma this morning, had a cute text stick me this morning. There's a couple of them in here this morning. May have to come here at this time more often. Wow. Good for you for donating plasma. That process takes a while, doesn't it? Doesn't it take a couple hours? I have a friend that does plasma. A little different than just giving blood, I believe. So, wow, good for you. I applaud you for doing that. I cannot give blood because I am anemic. And every time I go in, I have tried, and they're like, you're anemic. So I have eaten liver and and spinach, and I stopped drinking tea, which they say can deplete your iron. I did all that stuff, and I went in, and they go, you're anemic. So I can't give blood, and it's frustrating, but I cannot. Um, so yes, and talking about uh, Vanessa, the female cop, I have she is not in any of the games that I have seen. I think she is to complete the story, um, and there's a lot implication with the children and things like that in the movie. And like I say, I've been watching them with a friend, and they um, have progressing the game, and it's I can see parts of the movie being hinted at in the game. So, but Vanessa isn't there. They just have the characters and the security guard. The daughter isn't there. All that is more. I don't know if it's lore in the games, but you don't see them in the games. But Vanessa annoyed me at some kind of, and I don't want to. If anyone hasn't seen it, I don't want to do any spoilers, but she just kind of annoyed me the way she handled this the situation. Um, and I think you understand what I'm talking about um, when I say that. That would be very interesting. Five Nights versus The Haunting. That might have to happen. Uh, Hungry, let me know, and the missus know when you're up for it. Oh, yes. Well, I never, like I say, I never played the games. I actually watched someone else playing them on YouTube, and seeing a grown man screaming in terror, and literally sweat was starting to pour from his forehead with the uh, anxiety of waiting for this animatronic to attack him is basically it. You're sitting in a security room and they come alive at night and they're moving around and you've got to kind of stop them from coming into the security room, but you only have so much power and you have to time things and sometimes they go through the vents and it was interesting. I mean, this guy, I know his blood pressure went up. He could only play so much, and when he finished uh, a a night, he's like, "I okay, I've got to do another stream another time." Yeah, very very intense. And Master says, "I am one of the people benefiting from plasma donations. Thank you from the bottom of my heart." And well, I drink tea now because it didn't matter. But yeah, I didn't have tea. To try to get where I could um my iron can build up. It didn't work. Um, tea is life. Oh, and giving plasma, the time consuming part is getting started the first time and also waiting to get to a bed. Once I get stuck, it's about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on how fast you flow. Yeah, that's what my friend said. It usually takes a couple hours from start to finish. So, wow. But thank you again. That is, you truly, blood donors and plasma donors are unsung heroes. You don't know who's going to get your blood or plasma, but I know they whoever does is just greatly appreciative of it. I think her character is good, but I think I she annoys me, and maybe that she's doing her job, but I think it had to be the way it was, but as a character, she was annoying. So the actress did a good job because that's the way it was supposed to be. And I know that if they did it any other way, it wouldn't it wouldn't have worked. Um, if she was up front at the beginning, then there would have been no surprise at the end. And all I could think of was Scooby Doo at the end, which I thought was ironic, but I can't go any further than that, or I would spoil the ending of the movie. I get you. Yeah, they're minor. I thought the actress did a good job. He says, "You're very welcome, Masters. It's very rewarding, not just in the pay, but also knowing what I'm doing is quite possibly saving someone's life." Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much. I know. I can't expound. I would like to. It, I don't. I don't want to ruin it. If even though it's been out for a bit and probably everybody knows, if anybody wants to watch it, I don't want to ruin it for them. So we are had our expounding on movies and plasma giving and just some really very um, cool talks and yes, we cannot blame performers for their scripts. Her, her the performance didn't bother me, and I think the performance was good because there was I was annoyed at what she didn't do um, in the movie, and so she did good as a performer. Exactly. It is 45, a little exactly 45 minutes past the hour, and it's 9:45 on the East Coast of the United States. and it is now meme time. Yay! So our memes today are, there's no category in them. They are miscellaneous memes that I just thought were funny. And so we've kind of just stuck them all in this one file that's called miscellaneous. How appropriate is that, right? So we are going to do our first one. I got to stop saying, how stupid can you be? I'm beginning to feel like people are taking it as a challenge. And with that meme up, I'm going to put this up. But if we can't blame good actors on bad scripts, but if bad scripts come together with bad acting, we have another Ray. Mm-hmm. You are so good remembering names. I don't remember names. Oh, Abby was the little girl. Yes, I enjoyed. I thought the acting was great in the movie. I love the little girl. Um, the dad, the security guard dad, was I I felt his pain. Uh, and I just think, and like I say, the characters I got annoyed with the characters, which mean the acting was good because they were, what they were did was annoying. But yes, I really liked Abby. Sometimes like, Abby, what are you doing? And then it was like, cool. So here's our next meme. I need a job that isn't too jobby, where I can work that's not so worky. And that's what I'm doing right now. Yay. My job's not too jobby, where I can work it's not so worky. This is fun. I just think this is so much fun. I think the cupcake monster is Chica. Chica carries the cupcake around in the video game. So that is no spoilers there. There was some camera work in this movie that I thought was genius, which I can't share because it would spoil the movie. But they did some camera work, and there was some throwbacks to another homage paid to another horror movie, and yes, it there were some scenes in here that I went, wow. To me, that there's always been a dark, demented, devilish tone to Five Nights. Not really my cup of tea. Then to market it to kids seems really, really weird to me. Yes, but I, my kids played it and they loved the jump scares. And the game is not. It's more basically you're just trying to keep the animatronics from getting to where you're at, and so and you have different tasks and things you have to do, and the jump scares, and I think that's why a lot of kids liked it. It was the jump scares. Kids, and but yeah, it's intense. I could uh the game is intense, and I just watched it. I didn't play it. I was watching it, and there were times that I screams like I was startled because the the animatronic will jump right into your face, do one of those full screen things. But yeah, I think kids it wasn't gory, it wasn't um bloody. It was, and I think, there are a lot of people, they like that adrenaline, that getting that that getting, waiting to be scared. And I think that it worked well for children because it there was a lot of mechanics to it, but it wasn't gory, or it wasn't gory. It just really was just anticipation. What should you do? Are they coming? They're coming to get me, and then a jump scare. Um, so I agree with you, that it seemed odd, but when you really watch the game, you go, okay, I can see how it could work with children, for children, because it's not gory. It's not like, Dead by Daylight, or any of the real scary kind of, more graphic, I guess is the word. So let's hunt down ET then. I do not know where this meme comes from. I don't know what show it is. It's probably a movie. Um, I don't know, but I love that image. I love that image. Who the heck does his hair, or is he simply sticking his wet fingers into a power plug each morning? I don't know. I guess I should kind of figure out where this comes from. And why nobody tells him that he looks like an exploded toilet, which doesn't make it easier to believe what he's trying to sell us. Exactly. I believe that's about the movie. And as someone who does not game, it's not odd. And Emma was a fantastic director. This guy moderates the UFO files on history. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Oh, I made you guys, subjected you guys to having to look at that meme for way, way too long while I was talking about Five Nights at Freddy. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. Now, our next one. How I feel when I choose to wait for the next bus instead of running to catch the current one looking like a fool. I am dignified. I will wait for the next bus because I did not get there in time. If quitters never win and winners never quit, who does quit while you're ahead apply to? Hmm. Oh, I think, yeah, I don't think there there are very few. I don't know of any film that is perfect, and there are issues with it. Um, but yeah, on the whole, I thought it was a very good film. I would recommend it. I think you can enjoy it not really even knowing any of the game. I think it's not a bad film. So quit while you're ahead. Who does that apply to? Quitters or winners? They just kind of pause for a little bit. Maybe that's it. So while we're just enjoying looking at Rowan Atkinson as Mr. Bean and reading that quote, we're going to look and see. We have 7 votes now um, for the poll. Eggs and bacon is in a pretty good lead, and then nothing because these people are voting in their sleep. And then cereal and oatmeal and fast food come in a third at a tie. We have oh wait, oh Stunning, I almost reported you. Sorry about that. We have Stunning and Brave Megatron here. Good morning to you. And yes, Mr. Bean. I love Mr. Bean. Um, I think Rowan Atkinson is a genius. I watched his comedy. He had a comedy special on TV at one point, and it was hilarious. Just, just so he's a genius comedian. So when I ran trying to from Masters, when I ran trying to catch a bus in Sydney and missed it, a lady came up to me and asked me, "Are you German?" And I said, "Yes." How do you know? Typical German Host. Quit while you're ahead utterly applies to Doctor Who. Yes, I agree. And they did not do that. They did not do that. I wish a lot of shows quit while they were ahead. If they just didn't do that last season. Yes, Rowan is, oh, yes, he is God. He is amazing. He is amazing. Anything he's been in, I've enjoyed. Oh, German Haste. I got you. German Haste. I've woken up and Miss is about to send me to the YouTube principal's office. Why? What did you do? You've been behaving today. You don't need to go to the office. Not yet, anyway. Oh, it's like stressed out, running all day. So like you were behind. I get that. Well, like I've said before, if I am not 15 minutes early, I feel like I'm late. And I start getting really, really stressed 5 minutes before we're supposed to be somewhere. And if we're not there, I don't care if we sit in the parking lot for 10 minutes, just being there. And Dadman is like, oh, we don't have to be there till noon. It's only 11:58. We'll be okay. Oh, drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. Oh yes. I almost oh yes. Yeah, my cursor was in the wrong spot and it's like, "No, no, no. I don't want to report you. I don't want to report you." So, yes. And this is me when I lose in a game of Monopoly. Because usually or when I play games with my family, and especially video games like Mario Kart or anything like that, I stink at them. And I just try to have fun. But there's always I'm playing and I'm ahead and we're almost at the end and I'm gonna win. And then Dad May comes along and like if we're doing Mario Kart, throws a turtle shell at me or something and makes me spin out and then I lose and I get so angry because I almost win. I'm like, I don't want you to let me win, but can't you let me win just once? But yes, I am not necessarily a good sport when we play games. It is pronounced hasht or haste. Hasta. Is that pronounced hasht or haste? We should all play an online version of Monopoly together. But you know what? you can't cheat on the online versions, and part of the fun of playing them is trying to get away with stuff. Yes. Shame, shame, shame. Hushed. Excellent. So is there another meme here? Let me look real quick. Let's see if there's another meme. Oh, that was our last meme. Me being a bad sport playing Monopoly. But yes. So it is. Oh my gosh, it's an hour and we haven't even gotten to the celebrations yet. And I know all my celebrations are all not in the right order at all. Let's put these in the right order here. So it is time to do our celebrations. It's an hour. I can't believe we've spent an hour here already, and we haven't even gotten to our celebrations. It's the vows in, let's see. You want war, beat me in Trivial Pursuit. You have one. Well, I will never beat you in Trivial Pursuit because my memory is horrific. Now, Dad Man, you might go to battle with on Trivial Pursuit. And it's the vowels that mess with hungry, he says. And the Dutch Low German is harder. Well, to me, any language would be harder, but like I say, I just commend anybody that can speak more than one language. I think that is amazing, amazing, amazing. So now we are going to do what to celebrate. What to celebrate here. So we have our very first one is a long name, International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Men. And I do agree with this. Some people make fun of this, but violence against men is just as relevant as violence against women. And we tend to dismiss violence that happens against men. Um, Domestic abuse is not gender specific. And we need to understand that it does not happen to just one gender, women, that men can be victims of domestic violence also. But there is a stigma of men reporting about it or talking about it more so than women. Women have been given, yeah, it's still hard. This is going to sound so wrong, but like women are given permission to be able to talk about it, and men are not. And this says that the statistics for women is 1 in 4 for domestic abuse, but it still shows that like 1 in 6 or 7 men will be victims of domestic violence or abuse. So we need to remember that domestic violence against anyone is not acceptable, and we need to not dismiss violence against men just because they're men. Now, on a happier note, today is Mickey Mouse Day. Now, everybody knows who Mickey Mouse is. And Mickey Mouse Day came in existence because it's the day that Mickey was, oh my gosh, my words. When he debuted in Steamboat Willie. So that today is Mickey Mouse's birthday. And everybody knows who he is. So happy birthday, Mickey Mouse. But it's also, surprisingly, it's Minnie Mouse's birthday. Because guess what? Minnie Mouse also what debuted in Steamboat Willie, so they do share the same birthday. So how can you uh, celebrate? Gosh, my words. Celebrate Mickey and Minnie Mouse's birthdays. You can go to one of the theme parks. You can find a copy of Steamboat Willie and watch it. I think that would be the coolest thing to do and see their first iteration of these characters. Uh, it would be really neat. Uh, like someone said, is that poor Mickey, he's now a rat. Yes. And I do. I love Minnie Mouse too. Oh, and happy doomsday, evil mouse. The mouse isn't evil, it's the people behind the mouse that are evil. Oh, wait, we got to go back to the Monopoly thing real quick. How many others have had Monopoly games in with someone dumping the whole board or swiping clear the board? I've accidentally knocked the table and moved all the pieces around. Does that count? And talking about languages, Dutch and Danish are so easy. I speak both. I think I'm gonna ask the question: are some of the languages they're both in the same like the Romance languages? You know, they have the different like categories. Do they have a lot of similar words and the way that the sentence structure is and stuff? That's the thing that is the hardest for me is the sentence structure. Like learning Korean, it's like they speak like Yoda does. The verb goes at the end of the sentence. So, like, I'm going to the park with you would be park with you, I'm going. Park with you going would be kind of like what they say. And it's just very confusing. And getting back to Mickey and Minnie now, my niece loves Minnie Mouse. And that's cool. That'd be so cool to see them in person. And that's right, Mickey ain't evil. His caretakers are rotten. That is so true. And yes, they've been to the parks, and they also love the Disney princesses. And violence against men from their women is probably higher than most people realize. Men won't say anything because of the way the system is rigged against them. All the women have to do is accuse a man. I agree. It is. I agree with that totally. Yes, and it's wrong. It's wrong, and I believe women. There are some women that use that, and it's sad. It's sad. We just shouldn't be mean to each other. Let's can't we all just be friends? That's all I say. Now, if you want to celebrate Minnie's birthday, it says that you can wear polka dots today. Oh, and on 2017, in honor of her 90th birthday, Minnie went to New York Fashion Week. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Now we're hungry. So we are going to do National Vichyssoise Day. Did I say that right? Vichyssoise, yes. It's basically a cold soup that's made with leeks, onions, potatoes, cream, and chicken stock. They say it's usually served cold, but I've never known it to be anything but a cold soup. If it's a warm soup, it's potato soup, in my opinion, which is different. Um, there's where did the vichyssoise come from? Say that some say that it occurred in the reign of King Louis XV of France because he was so afraid of being poisoned that he had all his food tested, and by the time it got to him, it was cold, and he said, "Don't worry about it. I like it tastes good cold." But if you look at two French cookbooks in 1869 and one in 1903, they have a recipe, but the soup is hot, so it's not cold. Um, but there's what is more accepted is that in 1917, chef Louis Diot created the soup for his customers during the hot summer months of July and August in New York City to keep them cool. He made this soup hot in the wintertime to keep them warm, but they asked for it so much that he actually put it on the menu. Ooh, talking about food, I'm going to cook a good chili today. Yum. And bake bread once again. Very good. Oh, the wonderful smell of bread. So, celebrate National Vichyssoise Day by eating some vichyssoise. How's that sound? And today is Housing Day. Basically, a focus on how affordable housing should be for everyone, and the homeless situation is serious. And a lot of times we focus and think that the homeless are basically people who don't want to work, lazy, but that's not true. Um, a lot of them are mentally ill, or the increase in families being homeless and not having a roof over their head. Housing Day works to help change the perception that homelessness is a criminal problem and that only, I'm going to use the quote, air quotes, lazy bums are homeless. Uh, that is not true. And it's to provide a home for those who are currently suffering from homelessness. How can we celebrate Homeless Day? Well, first off, when you wake up every morning and if you have a roof over your head, be thankful for that and recognize our good fortune of having a roof over our head. There are so many people I know in this country that are a paycheck away from losing their home. And if you could have the comfort of knowing that you have a roof, be thankful for that. And also, you can go and look into your community and see how you can help those that are homeless, organizations that you can support to help those in need. Okay, he's given me another word. The German word for Vichyssoise is Honorfricacy. Honorfric Honorfricacy. Is that close? Maybe not. Maybe not. We'll see. So let's look at our poll. We have 5 people watching now, 7 likes. We have 7 votes. Still, bacon and eggs and bacon are first. Nothing is second, and cereal and fast foods are tied for third. Our next day is Apple Cider Day. Apple cider is delicious. Uh, when I think of apple cider, I think of autumn and fall leaves and it being cold outside, which very rarely happens here. Cider is in other countries, when they hear the word cider, it is a fermented version of apple juice. Um, in the United States, cider is non fermented. So if you go to another country and ask for apple cider and you think it's like American apple cider, you might get a little drunk. So remember that. Uh, it's fermented the way, much like they do beer in the Americas. So be aware of that. Yes, hard cider. We call it hard cider here. When I was in England many years ago, and they said, let's have some cider. And I'm like, okay. And it was not what I thought it was. It was good, but not what I thought it was. So to celebrate Apple Cider Day, go drink some apple cider. Is that not the most simplest thing in the world? And our last day is National Princess Day. So, National Princess Day. It says getting treated like royalty today because get treated like royalty today because it's Princess Day. It's dedicated to the idea that everyone, no matter who they are, can be a princess. Princesses can come from anywhere, and no matter what, princesses are always true to who they are. Oh, isn't that so precious? And I get all my celebration stuff from the website daysoftheyear.com. So if you want to know something to celebrate, here you go. So let's see. Oh, wait, we got some cider stuff here. Well, first off, Hungary does not like cold soup. I could eat cold soup. I like cold food. And hard cider, exactly. Cider, apple wine, some apple wine, then, right? Kind of, it's not really like a wine. It's just kind of like fermented pressed apples. And cider, I know cider predates modern beer. I do know that. Is it apple shine? Apple wine, or I like apple shine. I love that. And Stunning wants to know where his flowers and chocolates are. They're in the mail. They're in the mail. And hello, Princess Grumpy. We will not be we will not be grumpy today. No, no, no. And you are being welcomed with princess waves. Hello, hello. So National Princess Day. And the first ever princess to come onto our screen was Snow White. And that was in 1937. When people think of princesses, they think mostly of Disney princesses. But National Princess Day was not inspired by the Disney company. I thought this was interesting. One second. Oh, go away. So not you. There something was on my screen. So Princess Megatron demands a banquet. Well, you can go to the frozen food section and get a banquet TV dinner. Oh, a reference to hard cider is scrumpy. Interesting. Very interesting. We have all our princesses here. So anyway, National Princess Day was not inspired by the Disney company. It was brought in by a smaller company called Nest Entertainment, which decided to work with Sony Entertainment to develop one of the last hand-drawn stories, The Swan Princess. The franchise had over 8 movies that are over 80 minutes long, and these stories were based on the Russian folk tales of Swan Lake. The franchise has since founded this holiday to help children celebrate their imagination and embody the kindness and joy that each child beholds when they think of princesses. So happy National Princess Day. Oh, and Scrumpy is kind of the moonshine of cider. And we won't speak of barley wine. Okay, we won't speak of barley wine. Barley wine will not cross my lips. So that is our celebration days today. Happy days. Happy Saturday. So let's look real quick. I'm going to go ahead and end our poll. So what is your typical Saturday breakfast? We have 7 people voting. I'm going to give to the count of 5 and then I'm going to end it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We end the poll. And the poll winner is eggs and bacon. Now, it depends what I eat. If Dadman goes out to buy something, then I will get the fast food breakfast, which is usually a steak biscuit. But if I'm at home and I feel like it, I will eat eggs and bacon, or sometimes I just sleep in. So I could do it, just depends on my mood. So I would have been very difficult for me to vote. So, uh, yes. Now let's, whoops, why doesn't that pop in? Swansea, great, great opera, great, great music. And Stunning says leftover pizza is the best breakfast. And Damon says, and Kit Kats. Stunning, LOL. Yes, very good. Yes. So now, on that note, it is now time. Oh, we got 8 people watching. Thank you all for watching. We have 8 people watching. We have 58 subscribers on YouTube, 7 likes on YouTube, and 1 person watching on Twitch, which is me. Hello, me, and 38 followers. I thank you all. I thank you all for participating in the poll. It's now time for my shameless promotions. So here we go. First off, every morning at 9 a.m., I have a Morning Musings with Mrs. Dadman Walking. You have just been watching it. I do this every morning at 9 a.m. because I think we need some positivity in our lives and just some good chatting around a cup of coffee. I also, on Monday at a special time, I will have at 1 p.m. I will be doing the Retro Series Coffee Machine by Minoso. It is a mini building block build. I'm looking very much forward to doing this. So I will see you at 1 p.m. on Monday. And the reason I am doing it at 1 p.m. on Monday is because Monday night at 7 p.m., Dadman is having a special stream, The Business of College Sports with Culture Casino, and they'll talk about everything from name, image, likeness to conference realignments, and they might even get into a little bit about how coaches are compensated. Uh, a very, very interesting show. If you are interested in business aspects of things, it would be very, very fascinating to watch. I also have Blocking Out the Boredom on board. So let's build something streams. They are arbitrary. I never know when I'm going to do them. I usually give at least 30 minutes notice because I got to get everything set up. You can follow me on Twitter at mdadmanwalking, and I will absolutely post when I am going to do these streams. Also, you can support the channel at Ko-fi. That is a donation site. It is a safe donation site at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. I would like to help support my family, help support my streaming, and this is a way that that can be done. I am not monetized on any platform. So this is the way you could do it. They have one-time donations. They have recurring monthly donations. Um, so if you would like to support me in any way, you can go to ko-fi.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55 and support me there. I also have a wish list on throne.com at Mrs.DadmanWalking55. It has everything from streaming to household, books, and building sets. There's a lot of building sets on there. Uh, I basically took my Amazon wish list and put it over there on Throne. If anybody wants to gift me a building set, it will be prioritized to be built on stream. So also, my live streams and video on demands or VODs are on YouTube and Twitch. YouTube is at Mrs. Dadman Walking 55. Twitch is Mrs. Dadman Walking. No punctuation, no numbers. And I always post on Twitter. Well, I try to always post on Twitter when I'm streaming. I try to give at least an hour's notice and then a 5-minute notice. So you can follow me at Twitter at MdadmanWalking. So on that note, I'm going to look at the chat real quick here and let's see, catch up on all that's going on here. Fab stream misses, and I'm awful, and I like bacon and maple syrup alongside scrambled eggs. I like sunny side up eggs with a runny. I really like a runny yolk. I don't mind dipping my bacon in syrup, but I also like dipping it in the yolk. Also, but yes, I agree totally. That's what I had in Vegas because our hotel had all things buffet in the morning. Oh yeah, Vegas hotel. Oh gosh, the buffets in Vegas are like amazing. And Dadman, thank you everyone again for watching. Please hit the like on YouTube and subscribe. Remember to follow on Twitch. And instead of grabbing waffles like a normal person, I grab pizzas, cookies, soda, and bacon for my breakfast. Hey, whatever works, man. Whatever works. And tonight it's karaoke time. That's correct. Karaoke time over at Rambling Canuck. Dadman, if you are available, can put that link in quickly. That would be wonderful. And Masters, I need to put your link in also. Let me see if I can get that real quick here. Ba, 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 la, 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 da, da. Mm-hmm. Here is Master's link to on Twitch. I believe he has a stream at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time today. Go over there and check it out. That would be wonderful. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see where are we at. And what is he going to sing tonight? Oh, whatever you request, Masters. Da, da. I hit the like, so you should too. It's the Sounds of Silence he would like you to sing. I have no clue. Time to get together. Uh, Thank you so much. I am, yes, when you, exactly. Follow Masters over here on Twitch, and he will be playing D&D. Thank you, and you are so very welcome. On that note, everyone, I am going to say, see you next time. And remember to be kind, show love, and you are not promised tomorrow. So go to bed each night with no regrets. And I wish you all peace. Bye, everyone.